Hello YouTube. Well, if you have followed me, you know that I have switched to a servo motor on the Z-axis, and well, we are in link mode right now. I mean, it works, but it doesn't work really. So if you saw the previous episode, I tried to fix this, that the spindle falls down when I switched off the power. I have some gas springs over there, but it wasn't successful. It was far less force than I needed. So this one weighs 100 kilo. I think I have a solution for this, that it falls down. But this will not be in this video. So I have got some pulleys here. I will change gear ratio. Is it called gear ratio when it is belts involved? Anyways, so I will switch to a much larger pulley there on the ball screw and keep the smallest one I can have on the servo motor. So this is 32 teeth, and that sits one of those up there right now on the servo motor. The problem is that it sits with those set screws there, and it is so weak. There is a big key in the shaft for the servo motor, so today I hope to make a keyway in this pulley with a milling machine in link mode, so we will see how that goes. Yeah, this is how it starts. We won't be long here, I promise you. This is a counter that is of interest. That is a Z-axis position as measured by the linear encoder, so it is a true position. So you can see it goes up and down there, almost 1/10 of a millimeter. Nah, maybe not, but it is clearly unacceptable. And I had just a very conservative setting there of the PID value of the proportional constant from 0.1. So I changed that to 5. And I've tested this in advance, so I know that this would work. And you see that now we are switching on up and down 2-3 thousandths of a millimeter to 2-3 micrometers. So already there it is much better. I just have to see that it also works when I move it. So I should have a display of the following error, but I will not do that. So it flips there around 7. Yeah, so that seems fine. I will have a look at the I&D parameters, but already this is good enough to do what I want to do today. So, well, we have them here. I is on 0. I have a small one on D. Yeah, so I have now studied this manual for some time. I've also tested a few things on the servo driver. Here is how to do gain tuning, inertia estimation, and some other methods here. But I will not do that because I will change the gear ratio with these pulleys. And I think it works actually good with the default values there, so I will keep it like that. This is the key that belongs on the shaft on the servo, 6 by 6 millimeter. And in order to get a keyway into the pulley, I have this keyway brooch. And to do this properly, one needs to have a bushing here. Well, you will see. So that this video is about making that bushing and using it perhaps. We will see. So that was an example of a really bad insert. It cannot cut when the spindle is running backwards at all. It didn't get worse anyway, so perhaps it was better. I mean, that's the intended way anyway. So this is 0.5 millimeter on the diameter. So that insert, it is an aluminium insert there, so I will change to a more steel insert instead. But anyway, now it cuts right. Yeah, that looks much better. 23.9. Yeah, I will sit here for some time. I will go down to 19. It will go, but no. Okay. Just a tad more. There it is. It is there. Pretty good fit there. Can't really complain about that. So you don't want to know how late it is, and I don't want that either. I kind of got carried away here. Anyways, the traditional bump. Well, there we have it. It's the next day and more decent time. Let's continue. Yeah, I think you saw that. The depth of this groove is larger than the flute length, so I have to just take away a little bit there on the top. Ah, yes. Perhaps a spring pass, maybe. Oh yeah, that will be fine, that will be fine. Yeah, then it is awfully deep then. Is that alright? I have to check that. $5.1, what should it be? I have to check. No, it was right where it should be, so that is fine. So then I think this is ready. So let's put it to the test. That one in there, and that one in there, and that didn't work. Wasn't that supposed to work? So what did I do wrong there? So I see where this went wrong. So this is a two-way operation. One is you start like this, and the second one, the final one, there is a feeler gauge kind of put in here. I don't know what it is, 1.5 millimeter perhaps, that pushes out the broach here to the final dimension. So I have to go down the equivalent of this depth here. Where is that? 1.6 millimeters, 1.55, 1.6 there. So yeah. It is lined up as good as I can, but well, there is a really big risk that the groove will be too wide now, but hey, I have to give it a try. Oh, what now? It certainly is tight. And it doesn't go down there at the end there, so... Spring pause. Yes, that made all the difference again, and there isn't too much play. I think it didn't worsen thing anyway, so I think it is fine now. Now we have to see again if it was alright. We have that one. This one should go. It does. Oh, that slides in so nicely there. It's on the limit there, I must say, but it is alright. And just a view of my garage project. I'm backfilling. Here will be a stone wall, maybe. Here are my buckets. And we are on our way in the junk over here. I saw something. Here. That will be fine. One. Oh, it all fell apart. And there is that one. It was all high precision there. Looks alright there. It is still there, I didn't lose it anyways. And there is the keyway. It looked like that made a big dent there. They deformed the shaft. They did. There it is. And double check is the size the same. It is indeed. Why is it so tight? Shouldn't be that, but there we go. That's good, that's good, that's good. This will be brilliant. And I have 2 set screws. Here is some thread dot, but I will wait with that. There is still some adjustments needed before I can do that. Apply that. So right up there at the bolt screw I have 2 pulleys, 36 teeth, and a belt that is 300 millimeter long, so 100 teeth. And I will replace this pulley, which is on top of the bolt screw, with this one. It's a much larger one. I will not go into details why I do that. But let's just say that I need to have a longer belt as well. So I have a longer belt here. Can this work? Let's just make a very rough estimate there. So end to end 85. That was a bit short there, so it can be that there is somewhere in between there would have been best. There we go. This one might be too large there. I have one size in between there. I think maybe that's the one I have to go in. I will try with that one. Yeah, there will be no press fit on this one. Yeah, I think that can be alright. I have some slack here so I can tighten it up there as well, so yeah. So I will start with this pulley and do some measurement to see if I can get that on there, because it will run into that steel plate there. That's the problem if I go up too high with the axis here. I don't know how high I go up with the axis, so I have to check that a little bit. It should be enough to check the spacing needed for this one. Yes. Yeah, Linux CNC has been on all the time when I've been fixing that with the servo. I never switched it off. I did switch off the servo drives, but Linux CNC has, as I say, been on. I need to enter that gear ratio there. And it is a factor 1.33 there, so it should be 53333 like that. Test, okay, it is alright. Quit, we don't need to check that. I know this will work. But as always, I have the finger on the emergency stop. Let's try it then. Yeah. So it works here. We have to check over there. Let's raise it a little bit. Yeah. Of course it works. Why shouldn't it? But there is still a lot more to do, so I think it's a good point to end it here. Thank you for watching. It doesn't fall down.